Well, that was certainly a film. Venom: The Last Dance is a 2024 superhero science fiction movie. Let's just say yeah. Okay, listen. Usually I write pretty thoughtful reviews of movies that I see. It takes a little bit of time to write them out. But this one, I'm not doing that. I'm going off script because if Venom didn't feel the need to show up and try, why should I? Why should I put effort into something that looks like no effort was put into? Why do I have to carry that burden? That's what I want to know. Why me? So Venom: The Last Dance stars Tom Hardy, who in my opinion hardly shows up for this movie. And in it, Eddie and Venom, on the run from the events in the last really terrible Venom movie, find themselves embroiled in, I don't know, I guess it's like an invasion kinda, except the bad aliens aren't after the Earth, they're just after Venom, but if they get Venom, then they're going to kill everything, and there's this guy out in space who's like commanding it all, and I don't know who that guy is, and I don't know why I should care who that guy is. Like, literally, the guy up there is like Thanos in Avengers. He's watching everything, and then he has like a line at the end. And the whole time I'm just wondering, who is this guy? I don't read the Venom comics, which is sad. I used to read comics all the time, but then DC came out with the New 52, and after that my brain was like, I don't want to read this garbage anymore. So thanks, DC, I appreciate it. So what about the movie itself? Imagine this. Imagine you have 3 films, and you only want 1 movie. So you take these 3 films and you chop them into pieces. And you take those pieces and you cram them together. I used to watch this TV show called Steven Universe a long time ago. I absolutely adored this TV show. And they had this thing called the cluster, which was all of these different pieces of these alien gems that were alive but shattered, all kind of glued together and in this life form that was constantly in pain and just wanted to be put out of its misery and was just doing nobody on the planet any good. That's Venom 3. Somebody took 3 movies, chopped them up, and glued them together. And you can tell because there for a while, it just seems like you're watching one movie and then somebody changes the channel and you're watching another movie and somebody changes the channel and you're watching another movie. There are certain scenes. And I'm talking about the one on the waterfall. I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to spoil anything in this movie. It's going to be hard because I don't care. There's a scene at a waterfall that honestly, there's the guy from Serenity. I don't even remember his name. I feel like I should, but I don't remember his name. But he's watching everything, and he's watching it with such a disconnect from the action that's happening that you can tell that the actor had absolutely no idea what was going on in the scene. And I don't mean that as a slight against the actor. I mean that as a slight against the filmmakers who just cobbled together this Frankenstein monster who just wanted to be put out of its own misery onto the screen. It was weird and bad and just terrible and low energy. My goodness. Venom: The Last Dance has an energy that is almost like anti-energy. Just every scene doesn't just have no energy, it sucks the energy out of the room and into itself. Like Colin Robinson from What We Do in the Shadows. This movie is an energy vampire. The actors on screen have already said Tom Hardy, and y'all, I love Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy's great. I love the guy. He barely shows up for this movie, but he's always doing this weird penguin walk everywhere he goes. And then he kind of says all of his lines with, he always says his lines kind of like this, like he's just kind of mumbling his lines. And oh my gosh, Venom, what are we going to do? You can't come out, because if you do, the bad aliens are going to find us. Okay, no spoilers, but this will probably spoil something. So if you want to stop watching the video, and if you're still watching the video by now, I'm really surprised. But if you want to stop watching the video now, I completely get it. There's a death in this movie, and Tom Hardy is watching the death happen. And seriously, this is his reaction. No. 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 And you think I'm making fun of it. You think this is hyperbole, but no, that is the reaction. That's it. Just, no, this is such a terrible thing. No, we don't, no. Ugh. And y'all, the characters in this movie are awful. Every single one of them. The scientist, the female scientist, she's got this tragic backstory about a brother, but it like leads nothing into her character. There's like a little bit of payoff at the end, but throughout the entire movie, you're just like, why did you show us this backstory with the brother? And the movie is like, I don't know, we'll clear it up in the last 5 minutes or something. And then there's the army dude. I can't remember his name. He's the bad guy from Serenity. Yeah, he's goes between being wooden and being like trying too hard, but it's not in a I want to make this movie good kind of way. It's in, I'm frustrated because I have no idea what's going on in this movie. And then there's this family. I feel like they belong in a sitcom, and not just a sitcom. I feel that they belong in like a sitcom that was on WandaVision, where it's just making fun of sitcoms. These characters are so stupid and so generic that they just feel like they're making fun of tropes, and not in a good way, not in a clever way. It's just, hey, let's have a hippie dad, even though it's 2024. Yeah, and the hippies are all like 70 now. Who cares? Let's just have a hippie dad who's in his 40s, and he's got kids, and the little boy is kind of cute but dumb, and the little girl is rolling her eyes all the time. And I will admit, when Tom Hardy and Venom are associating with his family, that's the part of the movie I actually like the most. And there's a bit where Venom like reveals himself to a kid, and the kid is just kind of like scared but fascinated, and it's kind of this really cool, stupid E.T. thing. And at that point, I'm just like, I wish the movie was more of this, to be honest. So I guess the family wasn't that bad, but they were tropes, and it was annoying. So, Venom 3 it's bad. It's just bad. None of the Venom movies have been that good, but I had hope going into this one because I had a few people telling me, oh yeah, this is the best Venom movie. This is the best Venom movie we've seen so far. Au contraire, nay, nay. This is the worst Venom movie so far. It's worse than Let There Be Carnage, because in Let There Be Carnage, at least it seemed like the actors kind of, sort of, little bit wanted to be there. This one, it's like nobody wants to be there. This is Tom Hardy fulfilling a contract and just trying to put this character to bed. He is so far removed from this movie, this weird, non-energetic disconnect, that it's gone beyond a character, and it's just Tom Hardy fulfilling a contract. Even the banter between Eddie and Venom feels like it was taken from an 8 and dialed down to a 3. I don't remember laughing once or even thinking, wow, this is the banter between these two characters that I like, because that's the one thing that kept me coming back to these movies, is that I liked the banter between Eddie and Venom. But here it's just like, I want to eat a head. No, Bunny, we can't eat a head. That would be wrong. Come on, Eddie, let us eat a head. No, you don't understand. We can't eat a head. Eddie, I am a symbiont, and I need a head. That's it. That's the breadth of this movie. Also, Venom turns into a horse at one point. It's in the trailer if you're curious about that. Literally, it's in the trailer. I think he killed the horse too. So yeah, this is supposed to be a big grand finale, but there's absolutely no care put into it. Absolutely no one cares. The musical score is so lackluster. It feels like it's from a 90s episode of Star Trek, you know, where the score just kind of went, and Rick Berman's back there going, yes, this music is nondescript and I like it. Even during action scenes, the music is just kind of, and I don't understand. I don't understand. How can you have a movie about a parasitic alien that eats heads and make it this lackluster and dull? That's the mortal sin of this movie. It's just dull. It's not even decent enough to be stupid. It's just dull and no one cared and they just want your money. Sony needs to stop. Sony, you need to stop. No one wants to see Kraven the Hunter. Madam Web was butt. Nobody thought Mobius was funny. Was it Morbius or Mobius? I don't know. Their movies are like a Mobius strip of garbage. So would I recommend Venom: The Last Dance? You know, I actually would. That's a lie. I wouldn't, but I had you there for a minute. This movie's garbage. Don't go see it. Don't go see Kraven the Hunter. Sony has absolutely no handle on this cinematic universe. They're just pumping these things out, hoping blindly that one of them will make money, and they're putting no effort into them. They don't care about these properties. They're not anything like the MCU or even the DEAU or whatever they called the DC movies that Zack Snyder did. Even those felt like there was some care to them, even the bad ones. This one feels like a generic product. And I think that is the most accurate description of this movie I can give. It is a generic product that in the long run means nothing. Coke, sponsor me. I want the money. Promise, I will bring it more than any of the actors in this movie did. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I usually don't like going off script because I like knowing what I'm going to say. But like I said, if they didn't care about their movie, why the heck should I care about the movie? Why should I put the extra effort into lambasting this meaningless drivel when they didn't even care about it? But you want to know what I care about? I care about my patrons. My patrons are great. My patrons are great, are wonderful. Yeah, I'm telling my patrons, don't go see this movie. This movie is just dog excrement, to say the least. I'm actually kind of surprised I didn't curse during this review, because then I would have had to have edited, and then that would have made me curse in the real world. Anyway, for $5 a month or more, or less, actually more, you can't go less than $5. Sorry, even I have my price. You can become a patron of this channel, or you can become a channel member and get these videos early. Not this one. I'm going to post it just as soon as I'm done, because I honestly don't care. I just don't care about this movie enough to put the extra effort into it. Watch this stupid review go viral, and this is the thing that I'm known for. Watch Tom Hardy do a reaction video to this. Tom, good news. Star Trek Nemesis isn't your worst movie anymore. Don't go see Venom. It's bad. It's just really bad. But you know what you should watch? You should watch these videos over here, because these are good. I put effort into these. 93 times the effort that went into Venom: The Last Dance. Just watch them.